This is how I recycled used PVC pipe to make Jett's kunai from Valorant.
They're blind.
Dude,
So the first thing I did was look up references for Jett's kunai on the internet, and then I used Photoshop to create a pattern, which I then printed. If you want to download the pattern, simply select the box below the description. So, first and foremost, a glove and a handsaw or string saw are required. But, since I don't have this kind of material, I'll merely be cautious in my actions. So, we'll need a PVC pipe. Okay, now take a PVC pipe and measure the first pattern on it before cutting it, okay? Now, be cautious when carrying out these actions. You could receive a scratch or a wound. After I pre-cut the slice on the PVC pipe, all we need to do now is use an industrial heat gun to simply hit the PVC pipe till it's bendable, and then easily bend it with this pen. And then take a flat surface and start pressing it with the heated PVC pipe so it can be flattened. I'll just clean some dirt off the PVC pipe. Then I keep pressing this flat surface on the heated PVC pipe to make it flat again, and I keep repeating this process until it is completely flat. When it's flat, all that's left to do is place the pattern onto thoroughly flattened PVC, using glue. After the adhesive has dried, trim away any excess. Check that you are wearing a glove. You may cut your hand while doing this. So I scratch the surface bit by bit till it's flexible, and then it comes off easily. This would be much easier if I had a string saw or a handsaw, and as you can see, after a lot of scraping, it can bend and fall out. Now I'll repeat the process on the other side. We'll move on to the contour now that we've established the fundamental shape of the knife. So I was trying with this steel saw for the side to cut it out, because I was testing to see if it was easier, and I believe it was okay and could trim off the extra. So I kept trying my hardest to cut this out with this, and then I thought there had to be a better method, so I tried carving the extra with a cutter. I have some carving experience, so this will undoubtedly increase my carving abilities. Because covering is easier than using a saw, this will be my solution for the remaining pieces. Now we go on to the middle of the blade, the circle, and then the diamond shape, so I began by drilling a hole from the diamond until it was visible on the other side, and then began carving the shape bit by bit. I move on to the circle when I finish the diamond, and the technique remains the same. I just poked a hole in it, and if it was visible on the other side, I flipped it and kept carving it from the other side until it was completely circular. After I finished the circle, I tested it to see whether it could spin around my finger, and it could. So the next step will be to carve the other pieces or designs. And now all I have to do is carve all the other patterns, which we will cut twice because they will be used on both sides. And because we're cutting it twice, I trace it in the PVC pipe with a pencil, and after a day of carving the patterns in the PVC pipe, I'm finished, and since the edge is a little rough to grab onto, all I need to do now is use sandpaper of any grit. The sandpaper is then wrapped around the pencil so that it may be used to smooth out the inside of the circles by going back and forth. I keep repeating this technique until all of the parts are smooth. Let's get this kunai glued together. Let's start with the middle piece and a glue gun. Simply follow my instructions in the video, and you'll be fine. here's the kunai in its entirety. Following that, we must sand away the extra glue and remove the pointed tip of the kunai to make it more safe to use. After sanding the kunai, this is the end result. And now we get to the final part of this instruction, painting. All we need are 2 colors, and I'm not sure why I pulled up the blue one, but we don't need it. I began by basing the kunai in white and continuing to apply black to make gray, and then I gradually began coloring it to match the print reference. I don't have much painting experience, but I'm hoping this will help me develop. So please take a look at this time-lapse video of me painting this kunai. Here's the end result. I hope you enjoy this video. Share your thoughts, subscribe, and score my painting abilities in the comments area. Thank you for taking the time to watching.